Perks. They've been a pretty prevalent thing in Dead by Daylight, considering, they're one of the main customization options for gameplay of killers and survivors alike. Today, I thought I'd just do like a sort of laid-back style video and go over some cool perk ideas that I've got, and would like add it to the game, probably sometime soon. Whenever. Now! Anyways, starting off, I've got a perk that I like to call Spark. Whenever you damage a survivor by any means, all generators within 32 meters of that survivor explode and lose 5% progress instantly and begin regressing. This is essentially like the cousin of Jolt that works on like non-basic attacks. Jolt is like one of my favorite perks in the game right now, and I really fucking wish it didn't require a basic attack to activate, so I could use it like on huntress or blight or people like that. But I think this perk would be like a fair sort of middle ground, like a side grade to Jolt. That can work on like M2 killers, which I think would be pretty nice. So nothing much to say about this, just thought it'd be cool. Next perk idea I have is called Indomitable. It's a survivor perk that activates whenever a generator is completed. When running, you gain a 100% speed boost for 1 second, which is still pretty insane, even if it's only for a second. And if you're doing any kind of objective when this perk activates, you gain like a 9% bonus to whatever action bonus speed to whatever action you're doing until you either complete the action or you stop doing that action. Pretty much this would be like sort of like a booster. Like the idea behind it is basically like the indomitable human spirit, and basically like as gens get completed and you get closer to your objective, you get like stronger. Like that gen popping like sets off a spark of hope within you. So I just think that's a pretty cool idea, like kind of like a side grade to adrenaline, and yes, it would stack with adrenaline. Now, this wouldn't be affected by exhaustion, but to balance it out, it would reset any active exhaustion timers like back to their original like full duration. Like if it was 40 seconds from like a sprint burst or something, it would and you had it on like 20 seconds, it would reset it back to 40 seconds. So that would be something to keep in mind and keep that perk from getting like too crazy. The next perk idea I've got is a perk I like to call Mad Dash. Whenever you damage a survivor by any means, the generator with the most progress is revealed to you for 7 seconds in a aura of like white or yellow or whatever color, whatever of the 3 colors Behavior likes to use all the time. Basically, this would be like a very good perk for like a hit and run playstyles, because it allows you to like once you hit a survivor, go straight to the gen that needs the most like attention from you, and then like whack the survivors there with like a sloppy butcher or stabiffle or rapid brutality or whatever you like to use in like hit and run stuff. Pretty much like ensuring that you'll always be like on top of whatever objective like needs the most looking at. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, this next perk is a survivor perk I like to call Anything Helps. Whenever you or another survivor that is healing you is carrying an item other than a medkit, they can press the use item button to actually use the item they're carrying that's not a medkit to heal you 25% faster, with the charges, the efficiency being adjusted to be that of a medkit in the healing situation. Like you can heal yourself with like maybe with like a flashlight or a toolbox, like any item that isn't a medkit, or other survivors can like also heal you with any item that isn't a medkit. I think this perk would be, like, not only balanced and fun, but, like, just very hilarious. Like, just imagine seeing someone, like, healing you with a fucking key. Like, what are they gonna do? Stick, like, the key into, like, your broken, like, rib cage or something like that? Like, yeah, just a perk idea I thought would be cool and funny. This next one is a killer perk that I like to call Avenger of Blood. Basically, whenever you damage a survivor, basically, this little, like, blood, like, quick-moving blood drone that moves at 150% speed, comes out and, like, seeks the nearest survivor, and once it reaches them, like, the nearest survivor within 32 meters, of course, don't want it to have infinite range, but seeks the nearest survivor within 32 meters, and once it reaches them, it injures them if they are healthy, and deep wounds them if they are injured, and puts them in the dying state if they are deep wounded. So basically, this is like a hit and run killer's like wet dream. Like, it's like automatic, like, injury, and it's like not, and it doesn't cause like so much damage to where it's like stupidly overpowered. But yeah, this would be pretty fucking nice and also pretty fun and balanced. It'd be particularly good on Oni, since his power like relies on like injuring quite a bit of survivors at once. So yeah, with this one on Oni, you couldn't go wrong. It will have a 60-second cooldown, of course, so you can't just spam this. But yeah, that would be really fun to use. So yeah, this next perk is survivor perk that I like to call Boon Blindfold. Basically, whenever the killer's within 24 meters of a Boon totem with this perk on, they gain the blindness status effect for as long as they're within the Boon totem's radius, and it lingers for 15 seconds after they leave the radius. This will basically like prevent them from like seeing any kind of generator auras or any kind of like hook auras if you're chasing well within this Boon's radius. It does have a shorter range, so there is more like risk to using it if you're not using it like near like a stronger loop or anything. But yeah, I feel like this would be pretty fun and could actually get some decent value out of it from confusing the killer like while he's carrying you or trying to use any of his perks. Like with aura reading, like yeah, I'm all ears or something like that. So yeah, pretty damn cool. Alright, this next perk is a killer perk I like to call Untouchable's Grasp. Basically, whenever you kick a generator, for the next 90 seconds, any survivor that gets on this generator and leaves it will become hindered by, let's say, 15% for 3 seconds. So basically, this is like, for like the next 90 seconds, like all survivors on that gen need to be very, very freaking careful about how they react once you're coming, because they can't afford to just like bang that gen out too much. They gotta like actually think, like, is it worth staying on this gen right now and risk like getting ass blasted while I'm slowed down, or do I just get off it now and try to get the hindered off of me? So I think it'd be a pretty neat idea. It could potentially get like overtuned, but I think it's still balanced in concept. But and during the 90 during the 90 seconds in which that gen is affected by Untouchable's Grasp, you can't affect any other gen with that. You have to like wait for that duration on that gen to run out. Just so you can't like ass blast every single gen on the map with like slowdown. So yeah, it could be pretty cool. Maybe as like sort of like a killer equivalent to that new Ellen Ripley perk that lets you put like a ice trap on like a pallet or something. So pretty damn neat. Alright, next perk is a survivor perk I like to call Divine Intervention. Whenever the killer hits you within 60 seconds of you getting off of a hook, they get blinded for 5 seconds. It's pretty much your standard anti-tunnel perk. You could pair this with like with Off the Record or like Deliverance to like make it really hard for the killer to like tunnel you out of the game. And since a lot of survivors like blinding and like other disorientating perks of the sort, I feel like this would be really popular among like most survivor players. And also since a lot of survivors like dislike getting tunneled out of the game, so this would be another countermeasure to that. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, this next perk is a killer perk that I like to call Diamond is Breakable. Oh my god, he's enjoying the reference. Excuse me. So basically, this perk, it allows you to rebuild a broken pallet and basically like but bring it back, but like weaker and more in your favor. So basically, if survivors like throw down this brought back pallet, they get hindered for like by 5% for around 3 seconds, or however long the average killer stun is. And yeah, this perk, it's a meme perk, don't get me wrong, but it could be very crazy in certain situations. Like if you're running a build with like hubris or like enduring or both, that could be like very nasty and a very fun time to like go around with. So yeah, yeah, just thought it'd be pretty cool. So yeah. Alright, this next perk is a Survivor Exhaustion perk. One of those that I like to call what's a good name for it? Divine Possession. Divine Possession, that's a good name for it. So, this perk, you can activate it like anytime you want, once per hook state. So once you use it, you can't use it again until you've been hooked. Sorry, I accidentally unplugged my mic there. So once you use it, you start moving at 115% speed, which is basically the same as the average killer, but during those 5 seconds where you're 115%, your actions are taken over by a survivor bot. So basically you're leaving it up to like the will of the bot, like however much like distance you gain or how the killer has to play around you. Yeah, I think this would be a pretty fun like meme type perk that might actually come out to be good in certain situations, and like just give you one hell of a, either it can just give you one hell of an upper hand, or will just anally fuck you. But so yeah, those are some perk ideas that I had. I just wanted to get out there, see what y'all thought. Comment what y'all thought down below. Like this video if you indeed did enjoy it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my socials. Do none of those if you want me to go up against 4 made-for-this users every match. And yeah. And with that, I have been Zachary Flowers, and to summarize, bro, who the actual fuck this good idea, man? Fuck.
Don't like this video. Did you just like it? You better not comment. You don't listen very well, do you? Did you just share it?